mellow mood today. Decided to come out in the forest, enjoying a special spot. And I wanted to answer a few questions. One of the main questions that has come up multiple times, actually recently, with some of you subscribers. Thank you for bringing the questions and comments always. Appreciate that. Is the question really is, when does the healing end? When does the healing journey end? I think this is a great question. And I think, what I would say is that it really going back to what you define as healing. Because like I've shared in the previous video, Cure or Healing, we really look at the difference between, cure, ending symptoms, or healing, which is something that is much greater, much more transformational, and is something that, from my experience and working with many people, it's ongoing. That's right. There's not like, yes, some of your symptoms go away. Like, thankfully, like a lot of those things that bothered you for long periods of time go away. But guess what? New problems come in. New situations arise. It's part of the package of being a human being, is that we inevitably will suffer in some capacity. So the healing is really the journey of learning that you are always changing. This is always changing. And how do we navigate that? My hope in the work that I work with people in their transformation is getting them to remember what it feels like living back from the heart. And from that place, we heal tremendously. Sometimes things we're not even aware of that are deep, locked inside our unconscious. But it's when we lose heart, that is why healing is so important. And man, we lose heart. You can lose heart multiple times a day. You hear something, some news about somebody or something, you can lose heart in that moment. You can lose heart when you wake up and you still feel pain. Or the check bounced. Or, you didn't get all the likes you wanted. Or, on and on and on. The disappointment that we can feel with our own health, with life. That's a natural response. And healing is a process that continues to grow and change how we interface day to day with what's going on. Now, of course, if you're one of the many people that are watching this and you're suffering in pain with some chronic disorder and disease, you want to know that this is going to change quickly. And I'm not saying it won't. But once those symptoms go away, there will inevitably be new things that will come forward. And so really, for me in this channel is really educating what healing really is. It's a mindset. It's a mindset reframe. Because to think that just, I did this on my journey, oh man, if I could just sleep and I could just eat food, everything would be perfect. Everything would be great. And you know what? My sleep came back. I was able to eat food again, and new problems came. New issues arise. Things that I wasn't aware of back then all of a sudden come into my awareness. So it's this really, what I'm saying is that it's an inevitable ongoing process. And in that process, you grow. Just like this tree here. If we cut this tree down, we look on the inside, what do we see? We see growth rings. We're the same. Each time we walk through a healing experience, there's a growth ring. And then there's new issues, new situations that we're ready to deal with that we weren't previously. It just continues on and on. But who are you? Who is the person that is showing up to interface with that? That's what we're talking about. You always lose heart in those situations when things don't go your way. Look at that. Look at how that might be a big reason why you still feel trapped or sick or ill. I know for me, it was like that last 30%. Like I got 70% of my symptoms all better, but it was like that last 30% was so hard. And the reason why is because it took me a while to figure out, because there's so much unconscious beliefs and ideas that were latent in my system. Literally, issues are in the tissues. We're deep somatically there, and I wasn't even conscious of it until I started working with a coach to help unburden some of these things that were deep locked in there. And then guess what happened? They freed up. There's so much energy that was being captured by these issues, and I had to break free of that. And once I did, there was so much more energy, and then that last 30% just continued to get better and better and better. Now, do I deal with things? Yeah, of course, physical things, mental things, but my orientation is much different. My capacity and container for it is very different. And that is what I teach in my healing mentorship, is how not only give you the tools to heal what's happening right now, the symptoms, the physical pain, but then we go deeper into what you don't see, what is beneath the surface that actually has been always there, and arguably I would say has been the core or the root of a lot of issues that you have. And that work is continual. It's continual, I think, until the day you die. Really. And I don't think I would have it any other way, because once you release some of these things, just one issue, you feel such an unburdening in your heart. Your heart feels bigger. It radiates more love and kindness and peace. And so you vibrate differently with the world. And so when you're not in that state, you want to do the work. You want to do the work so you get back into your heart. This is the most amazing thing about healing. Is yes, it changes the things you want to change, but it changes you. You change, and that's true healing, I would say. True transformation is it'll come in a way that you maybe least expect, or maybe even wouldn't even think is possible for you. It comes in such a way that your mind, your mental, egoic mind, can't do it. It has to be done from a place, a state of consciousness that brings you up, literally lifts you up into it and changes you. So your love, your peace, your understanding of all these qualities gets an upgrade each time you do this work. So I want to open it up to folks that listen to this, that take the chance. And I would say, if what I'm saying resonates with you and you want to know more about it and how something like this looks for you, just go down the links, book a call with me. I love working with people in this intimate way in my healing mentorship. It's been wonderful this past year, just some great stories, some you've been seeing here on YouTube, more to come. And then if you're not ready to jump into that one-on-one kind of work, I also recommend checking out my bi-weekly Qigong course. There's a link down there. And then, as always, grab your free healing meditation. It's right there in the links. That's all I got for you all today. Hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Please stay healthy, stay well, and let your heart open and shine the beauty that is there for everyone to see. Love you all.